welcome to this short video tutorial with which I'll explain to you how you can use Google Forms as a tool for survey and a tool for assessment. So we are going to check on the Google Forms, that the two ways that it can be used. The first one are the tool that just collect the feedback or to collect the student, the thing that the community or students say about your lesson. And the second thing, we are going to check how we can set a Google Form as a tool for performing quiz or as a tool for assessment. And directly I will stress this tutorial to a mobile phone user. As you can see on my screen, I have my device. My device here, it has been displayed on the phone, on the screen. So I will start, and the first thing, to access Google Form, you need to open your browser. On my side it is Google Chrome, and when I open it I can search for Google Forms. Then I'll expect to have a number of results. The first one, it is from SurveyMonkey. Then I'll go to the result that it has been written Google Form free online survey. Then I can click on this one. So this is how it opens. So I'm in the main screen of Google Forms. So I can click on Go to Forms. Well, so this is the first, this is the how Google Forms opens. And when you see, the first thing is to write an untitled form, with which it is the name of this form. Maybe I might write from untitled. I might click and read the word untitled and write maybe Form 1, or maybe I'll write survey 1. This will be the name of my form. And we have to, when you check on after the title, we have two parts: the question part and the response part. The question part will enable you to write something, to write the series of questions that you want to ask, and the response part will enable you to collect the responses, to check on the responses if someone has responded to your form. So also, when you click on untitled form, the title will come. Then down here you have a place to write a description. So you can write a summary. You can write a summary information of what your form will do, of what your form will actually do. Yeah, and then after the summary, there is the place that for questions. The first thing, it is untitled question, and this maybe it is the question 1. So you can just click on the untitled and write maybe the first question might be, how do you find the lesson, and you can put the question mark. And then there is a place down here, this place written multiple choice. This is the place that enables you to select which type of question that actually you want this, the type of response that you want your, maybe your student or the person who you're going to send this form to respond. For instance, by default it is a multiple choice, but when you click it here, you can find it gives you another option. Maybe the type of response might be check boxes, drop down, file upload, linear scale, multiple choice, checkbox, grid, date, time, and whatever. So I'll opt for multiple choice. Then the first option here, this is the first response that I'm writing. I might write maybe interesting. Then the second, I might write maybe moderate. Then third, I might write maybe boring. So this will be the responses that the student or anyone who is accessing this form will be having an access to respond according to this answer. Then there is this keyword written other, add other. If this actually, it is used in cases that you find among these answers somebody has there is no answer that actually suits him or her. So if you put other, it will write other, then it will give a place for that person to write something, so it will appear like this one. Now, and the other thing, if you want this to make this question to be mandatory question, if you want this question to be a mandatory question, there is this stuff here written required. So if you check this one, this question will be mandatory question. And there is a place here, there is this menu. You can, for instance, you want to remove or to delete this question, there is this option of removing, that is deleting. And if you want to duplicate, there is an option of duplicating. And if you want, when somebody who is accessing this form to see the description, you can click on description, and to shuffle the option order, you can click on that option as well. Otherwise, if you were not using those options, we can just click aside and then it will remove. So we have done our first question, and if we want to add another question, we come to this tab here. There is this plus sign. When you click on this plus sign, it will give us an option of another question. Maybe we can write what is your gender? What is your gender? And it will give you some suggestion. You can opt to go for suggestion, maybe add all, which are female, male, and prefer not to say. You can opt this to be a required question or not a mandatory question. And if you want to add another question, you click on this, the plus sign as well, and then you can write maybe what is your, maybe you can write your, maybe your registration number. And it will give you it has detected that this is a type of short answer question, so I might leave it like that one, but if it is another option, I can just go through and select. But this is a short answer, and then I can put this as a mandatory field. So for instance, I've winded up putting my questions, then I can just go up here, I can scroll back, then we have these icons. The first one, like a palette, then this is an icon for sending, and this is an icon for a menu or for settings. So if I want to modify my form, I can click on the palette icon, and there are options like I can put colors, and if I want to put an image, I can click on choose an image. Then it will be loading, and then I might scroll on this side. We have the types of those images. We have work and school, illustration, birthday, food and dining, party, and whatever. For instance, I'm interested to maybe travel and sports, maybe travel. I can select on travel and wait for the image to load. Okay, these are the images that are within the travel part, maybe this one. Then I'll click select. Then it has written the image, it has been uploaded, and these are the colors. And if I want to change the font, maybe I can select the playful font. And if you want to customize the colors, this also is the place that you can customize the theme color, the background color. Otherwise, I can apply this, and hope you see the font, it has changed, and the way my form looks like, at least it looks beautiful. Yeah. So if I want to do some settings, I can come on these three dotted, the dotted, which give me this menu. So I have the settings, I have the make a copy, I have a number of things. So I prefer to go for settings, and these are some settings. The first one, it is collect email addresses. So if I want, before somebody fills this form, him or her should provide the email address, so I can opt for collect email address. I can just check on this part, and someone to get the response receipt that you have performed this you have done this form and it has been received, you can check on that. There is this option if he or she requests or always. Then there is this option of require signing. The limit one response, but this option actually requires somebody to sign in. That somebody should have a valid email address. And then there is this option that somebody after submit can edit the submission or can see the summary chart. So if you find they're worthy on your side, you can just check them. So I'll uncheck this, and we have this the presentation. There's this option that show link to submit another response. I don't advise because we just need one response. Then you can shuffle the question order. You can show the progress bar that somebody is maybe on question 1 of out of how many questions. Then you can write the confirmation message, maybe thank you. Thank you for taking part in this survey. And when you're done, you can just click on save. So the assumption that we have done to do on our form, and if you want to preview to check what you have done, you can click on the menu as well and then click preview. Then the form will open. So this is the view that somebody will see when viewing your form. So a summary information of what your form, this is how the form will look like. How do you find the lesson? Maybe put interesting. What is your gender? Maybe a male. What is your age number? Here maybe I write 1 2 maybe 2018 minus maybe 0985. Maybe this is my registration, and this is the progress bar that I've been saying, and the submit button will be down there. So when I click submit, it will, the survey 1, it will show me also the message, the confirmation message that if my request it has been recorded. So I can get back to where my form is, and if I want to share with when you check on this part, there is a question and response. So if I want to check on the responses, I'll click on response. It will rush loading, and it will give me this summary that in fact I have just one response, and there's person that has responded, he has just clicked on interesting. In fact, it's the response that we did, and the gender, it has been 100% male, and this is the registration number. So there are some settings. For instance, if I want to export the responses, I can click on here. Then there's an option to download the responses. There is an option to print all responses, and there is an option to delete all responses. If I want to share this form to my network, my colleagues, I can click on this. The send icon here. So if I click this icon, it will give me this option, either to send via email addresses. So if I have the email address of my people whom I want to send to them, I can just type them here. But if sometimes it happens I don't have the email address, we have the option 2 for link. Then I can just copy this link and share it with my network. Then we have this another option as embedded. This are preferable if you want to embed this on a website. Then we have another option, either you can send it via Google Plus, Facebook, or Twitter. So I'll go with option 2 for the link. Then I can copy this link, and from then maybe I can opt to go for WhatsApp. Then when I scroll down on WhatsApp, maybe I find a group that I want to share with them, maybe this one. Then I can click paste. Then I can share this form with this network of mine. Then I can get back to my form. Yep. So that's the first approach of using Google Forms as a tool for collecting feedback, or as a survey tool. So we're going to check the second use of Google Form as a tool for assessment, or how to set the quiz with Google Forms. So I'll get back here. So I'll get back to my web browser and search for Google Forms again. Google Forms. Then as usual, go to Forms. Then as we did on untitled form, you put the title of this form. So I'll write here, maybe this is a quiz, maybe quiz 1. Definitely when I click on here, also it will change that. Then I'll write a short description. This is maybe you will earn 10 marks on doing this quiz. So this is a short description about this form. So for assessment purpose, if you want to use Google Form as a tool for assessment purpose, you need to check on the first thing you need to check on the settings. So I'll go on my settings, and then I'll click on settings. Then we have a general settings, we have presentation, then we have a general presentation. After the first thing setting is general, then comes presentation. Then when you scroll it, there is quizzes. Then there is this option that make this a quiz. Okay, then so you enable this one. Then there are these quiz options. Risk grade, the first one immediately after each submission, it's okay. Respondent can see the missed question, the correct answer, and point values. It's okay. Then I might go to presentation. Maybe show link to submit another one. I might disable that one. Progress bar, it is important. Then I can shuffle the question order as well. Then I can write the confirmation method. Maybe thank you for taking part. In this quiz. Okay, so I'm done with the presentation. Then I can go to general. Then there's this option, limits to one response. Respondent will be required to sign in to Google, so you can enable that one, or you can enable that one so as to limit the number of responses. So I'm done with the general, I'm done with the presentation, I'm done with the quiz settings, so I can just save this one. So I come to my questions. The first question I'll be interested to know the registration number or the student details. I can just write the first question, maybe write your registration number. And this will be response validation has been added. You can remove the validation because we have different formats of registration numbers. Then I can put this to be a required question that somebody, before performing anything, he or she has to write the registration number. Then if I want to add questions, I can click on this plus sign down here. So if I click this plus sign here, there may be question number 1. I might write maybe what is a machine. Maybe what is a machine might be a complex question. Maybe who is the first president of Tanzania? And this might be a multiple choice question. Then the first it has given me a suggested correct answer. It is Julius Kambarage Nyerere. Okay, then Then I might put option 1, or maybe Ali Hassan Mwinyi. Then I can add another option, maybe Mr. Benjamin, the Honorable Benjamin Kappa. Maybe these are my answers. And if I want to set which answer is the correct answer, I might click on this part, and the first thing I'll give some points, but that if somebody performed this question should score how many points. Maybe if somebody performed this question as to a score of 2 points. Then if I want to select one of the answers to be a valid answer, I can click on that answer. For instance, if Benjamin Kappa was a correct answer, I can click on it. But if this is not a correct answer, I might click on the correct answer and disable this one. So what is the first president? That is the number. And I can put, this is the correct answer, and then I can put a feedback for a person who get correct answer and for a person who get a wrong answer. So I can add an answer feedback. So if somebody got a correct answer, I might write correct, maybe congrats. And if somebody got incorrect, this is incorrect answer, incorrect, maybe I'll write sorry, redo this. And if somebody got a correct answer, I might write congrats. I might write congrats, then I might save this one. So I'll be over with question, the first question. So I might compose on the second question with a plus sign. Then I might write which year the Tanganyika got her independence. Then it is a multiple choice. The first option, maybe I might write 1961. I'm not so sure if this is correct. The second option, I might write 1964. Then the third option, I might write maybe 1992. And if I want to set to among this answer which one is the correct answer, I might click on this part, and I might give somebody some 3 points, and maybe I think 1961 might be a correct answer. Then I can put the feedback for incorrect answer. Sorry, you didn't. Maybe redo the quiz. Then for correct answer, the feedback, maybe I write congrats. Yeah, so this is how we do. So we have composed 2 questions, and it has the total of 5 points. So we can recustomize our form. We click on the palette, then we choose an image, and because this is a school-like thing, shall remain on the school, maybe we select this one. So I can select this image and click on select. I can check on the font. Maybe the font, maybe I can select on the formal. Then I can click on apply to take the changes. So this is how it should look like. Then I'll get back to settings to preview the quiz. So this is how it will look like. Do you see the shuffling of the question? Which year did Tanganyika got her independence? It's 1961. Write my registration number. It is 2018. 2018 1 2 3. Just an assumption. What is the first president? Maybe Benjamin Kappa. So I can submit this, and yeah, there, thank you for taking part in this quiz. So I can view my scores. So you, and the description was not so correct. It is 10 marks, while the quiz it has a 5 points, so we need to check on that part as well. So this is first question. Did the Tanganyika got independence in 1961? I got correct. This is my reg number, and this is the second question that I got wrong, and it has told me the correct answer. I did that one, and that is the feedback. So this is how it looks like. So I might get back to my form. Yeah, and on this part I'll see the responses as well. We have 1 responses, and it has computed some statistics, the total points distribution, the medium, and some stuffs. And if you want to export these results, you can just click on this menu, and then there's this option of downloading and printing and something like that. So let me get back to my questions, and let me recustomize the description. We have only 5 points. So this is how we do it, and if I want to share this, I can just click on this send icon over here. So the first option, it is via email. The second one, it is via link. We have the embedded, and the other option for the social networks. So I can opt for a link and copy this one and go somewhere, maybe to WhatsApp. Then I have a series of groups, maybe this one. It is my family group. Maybe I can paste it to them and see what they're going to score. So in a nutshell, that's how we use that's how we can explore, or we can exploit the use of Google Forms as a tool for survey or collecting feedback, and as a tool for doing for assessment. So keep using it, enjoy it, and I believe you have enjoyed this tutorial. In case you have any issue, in case you have comments, kindly let me know, and don't forget to subscribe on my channel. Thank you.